Okay, so hey guys, so today's video is going to be my Best in Beauty for lip products. I'm finally filming my last installment in my Best in Beauty series, and I hope you guys enjoyed this with me. I love filming my Best in Beauty videos because I can just talk about my products that I really did love throughout the year. I love talking about favorites, and they're like my favorite videos to film besides like haul videos. So I'm really excited to share with you guys what I was loving this year. So I think we're going to jump into newer formulas that I tried throughout the year. There's only about one, two, three, four, five, like five new formulas that I fell in love with. I really want to mention I'm not really going to do it in any order. I think I'm just going to mention like alternating between liquid lipsticks and lipsticks. So I'm going to start off with my favorite liquid lipstick formula this year. You guys know I love like my formulas. I love Lime Crime. I love ColourPop. Those are like my top two, and I love Makeup Monsters. I didn't decide to mention any Makeup Monsters lipsticks or any okay, sorry, I thought I forgot something, but I'm not going to mention either of those because you guys know how much I love them, and I didn't really fall in love with any new shades from ColourPop this year, Ultra Matte wise, but I am going to be mentioning two other formulas from them because I didn't really try out too many Ultra Mattes this year. I only tried out about two new ones, and I didn't really like either of them, so and you guys know I love most of them, but the two that I tried this year I didn't really like. And the Makeup Monsters ones, I love Cornucopia, I love Terracotta. I pretty much talk about them in all of my favorites videos. So I still love those. I wanted to talk about newer formulas and ones that because you guys know I already love Makeup Monsters. So I just really wanted to talk about a formula that I absolutely fell in love with this past year. And that is the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipsticks. Let me hold them up properly. These I fell in love with. I think that these were the best products that Too Faced put out this year. I think they did a really amazing job with lip products this year. And I think the best eyeshadow palette that they put out this year was the Too Faced Peach palette and like one other palette that I have. I think the Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. Those were like the two best palettes that they put out. After that, I'm not sure if I'm feeling the quality anymore, but these liquid lipsticks are amazing. They are not drying at all for me. They go on super smooth. They barely feel like you're wearing anything, and they're just nice and comfortable and easy to wear. And I really fell in love with the formula of these. I have four shades. I think my favorite out of the four is Sellout. It's just such a gorgeous, like, terracotta kind of shade. It's like a warm, orangey brown. Neutral, it's so pretty. I've worn this a ton this year, and I really love this shade. And then the other one is Queen Bee, which is a beautiful, like, mauve shade. And this one is also gorgeous. They just feel very smooth on the lips. They have like avocado oil in them, so they're just really super smooth. And that's what that one looks like. It's a very like muted purple shade. I love those type of shades. And then the nudes, which are Cool Girl and Child Star. Cool Girl, not Cool Girl. Cool Girl is a really pretty like mauve brown. And then Child Star is a very, very pale nude. But I find that I can pull it off as it has a little bit of pink in it. Like, it doesn't make your lips look completely dead, and a gloss looks really pretty on top of it. So this one is Cool Girl, and that one is Child Star. So they swatch beautifully. They're that pigmented. They might take like a layer or two, but once they're on, they kind of remind me of the Kat Von D Everlasting lipsticks. They're pretty much comparable to those. But yeah, fell in love with these this year. Absolutely love these. They're amazing. And then the other formula from Too Faced that I really fell in love with, I guess I'll go with lipsticks. You know what? Let's just go random. The other formula that I really loved, these are probably my top favorite formula for lipsticks this year, besides my MAC ones. But I would have to say I probably did fall in love with these a lot. And I know that some of these are older shades from this brand, but I can't help but mention Urban Decay in like every single category. So I had to mention the Urban Decay Vice lipsticks. These are so nice on the lips. And when they say comfort mattes, they are so comfortable on the lips. You feel like you're wearing like nothing, but they're so pigmented, they're so pretty, and I really did love these. My favorite shade, of course, was Back Talk. It's so gorgeous. This is the most popular shade for a reason. It's such a beautiful mauvey pink, but it's not too dark, and it just looks gorgeous on the lips. I can't wait to wear this again. I wear this all the time. It's so pretty. Like, I love it. It's there, and this one is a comfort matte. They just feel so nice on the lips. You really need to try them yourself. When they say comfort matte, they really aren't kidding. And then the other comfort matte ones I have are Safe Word and Stark Naked. Again, such pretty nude colors. I get so many compliments when I wear these colors too. I'm like anytime I wear these Urban Decay lipsticks, I always get asked, what lipstick are you wearing? And they're always like, oh, that's such a pretty nude color. I'm like, yeah, it's like, this one is Safe Word. And they always ask, like, it looks so nice on your lips. And I'm like, yeah, that is Urban Decay. So, because I feel like they make nudes that don't wash you out. And I feel like a lot of different skin tones can wear them. So this one is Stark Naked right here. Stark Naked is much warmer than Safe Word, but I love both of them on the lips. And then this one is just Naked, which is a really gorgeous peachy pink color. And this one is a cream finish, not a comfort matte. But I just kind of fell in love with the color of this one, so I had to get it. These are the only 4 that I have. They're just beautiful. I really, really fell in love with these. Urban Decay just slays my life. And then I really wanted to jump into these because I really did. This is probably my other favorite formula this year. These are the Too Faced Color Drenched Matte Lipsticks. And these were the Ulta exclusive lipsticks that were only launched at Ulta. I thought originally that Ulta was going to be only getting these and Sephora was going to have the melted mattes. But then I saw that Ulta had all the melted mattes as well. I was like, oh, okay, so I guess both of them have it. Sorry if my lipstick, my necklace is a little bit screwed up. I was just like way too lazy to fix it, and I think it looks normal like this, so we're just gonna roll with it. It's really driving me nuts, so I don't know why it got so messed up. So these are the 2 shades that I have. I have Sorry Not Sorry and When in Doubt. Of course, they're both the nude shades. These feel, they're not like the most least drying thing in the world, but they're still very comfortable. And they go on very matte, but they don't look drying. And they just, they kind of remind me of the Kat Von D lipsticks. But not as pigmented because they're still really pigmented, and these lipsticks, like any lipstick I always compare to MAC, and I feel like that these just have a little bit of a drier formula, but they're not drying. So this one is Sorry Not Sorry, and then this one is When in Doubt. Really pretty nude shades. Again, just Too Faced and Urban Decay know how to make nude lipsticks. They make really nice shades. So this one is Sorry Not Sorry. It's a really pretty peachy pink, and then When in Doubt. So you can see they're not shiny at all. Like, they're not like the Urban Decay ones. These are completely matte, and they just look so nice on the lips, and I really wore these a lot. Sorry Not Sorry was one I picked up during 21 Days of Beauty, so they were like $10. And then When in Doubt I picked up when they first launched because I really wanted to try at least one of them. And I was like, wow, the formula is really, really good. So definitely wasn't disappointed with those either. So yeah, Too Faced kind of kicked ass in lip products this year. So that was definitely one category they kind of kicked ass in. And face products. But I still mentioned them in basically every category. Okay, so now we're going to go with, I'm just going to go with my favorite lipsticks of all time. My favorite liquid lipsticks of all time. I really wanted to mention these again because I did try out a bunch of shades this year. So I thought it was necessary for me to still mention my favorite formula because I tried out at least 10 different lipsticks from them this year. With ColourPop and Makeup Monsters, I didn't try out basically any new shades, so I just didn't think it was necessary for me to mention them again. I still love them to death, and I did mention Sedona and Redwood last year, and they're still my top favorite ones from Makeup Monsters. So I just really wanted to mention my favorite shades from Lime Crime this year, and I have 8 different shades here. The first 2 I wanted to mention were the ones that I had tried the most recently, and I probably have mentioned these in a crap ton of favorites videos already, but these were honestly my favorites this year. This whole fall I've been wearing them constantly. These are my 2 favorite fall shades this year, and this one is Rustic and this one is Saddle. Rustic is so amazing. So amazing. It's like one swipe pigment. It's so super smooth and it doesn't flake. It doesn't go anywhere. It's so, and the color is gorgeous. I'm like, this lipstick is absolutely perfect. Like, they need to make every single lipstick like this because Lime Crime just slays the game every time with liquid lipsticks. Like, I can't. They're amazing. They're the best. So this one is Rustic. Look how gorgeous that color is. It's like a burnt orange red. It's so beautiful. I love it. I don't own anything like it, so I was so happy to get that one because it's like so unique. And then Saddle is a very warm tone brown shade. I just needed another brown lipstick because the only brown lipstick I have is Salem, and I really love wearing brown lips in the springtime, what am I talking about? In the fall time. The reason why I said springtime is because I'm staring at some of the spring shades. But I really just wanted to mention the newer shades I tried this year. You guys know I love Salem, but I didn't mention that this year. I know I didn't mention Salem, Cornucopia, and Terracotta. Sorry, I just dropped my makeup wipes. I didn't mention those in my last Best in Beauty video, but it's like I didn't want to repeat the formulas again. I just wanted to share with you the new shades. Let's stop talking and verifying what I did. Justifying what I did. So yeah, this is such a gorgeous warm tone brown. This one does take probably 2 layers to get full opacity, but once you have it on, again, it's gorgeous on. It's gorgeous. I love it. And then, I did have to mention one shade though that I didn't really try until the end of November, so I couldn't really like fully test it out by the time my favorites video rolled around, so I really wanted to mention it this year because I used this so much this past fall that it's like I have to mention it. And this one is Lime Crime's Pumpkin. This one did come out around October of last year. But you guys, I used it so much this past fall. This shade, again, is perfection. Again, one swipe pigments is phenomenal. It's amazing. And this one is more of like an orangey color rather than rustic because it's more of like a orangey burnt pumpkin shade. And you guys, I lived in it in the fall time because it's a perfect fall shade. Hello, it's called pumpkin. Like, come on, it looks like a pumpkin spice latte on your lips. Like, literally. It looks like a pumpkin spice latte just went up and kissed you. I'm so weird. And then let's mention some of the spring shades that I picked up in February. Oh my god, this one, Saint, was my favorite from the Valentine's Day collection. I mean, I loved most of them from the Valentine's Day collection, also Cupid. These 2 were so amazing. The one in True Love wasn't as good, but these 2 are phenomenal. Saint is a gorgeous, like, I've never seen a red like this, and I really love this. It's kind of more of like an understated red, because it's more of like a brick red. It's like a muted red color. It is so beautiful. I love it. I love this shade. Again, the formula is absolutely perfect on it. Pumpkin, Saint, and Rustic are like my top favorites formula-wise by Lime Crime. They're phenomenal. I also mentioned all of these in my Lime Crime favorite fall lipsticks of all time, so definitely go check that out too. And then the shade Cupid. I loved this because I didn't really have a pink shade like this. I'm like, why don't I have a more like wearable pink shade in like a liquid lipstick form? And for some reason I didn't. Like, I had a pale pink and I had a hot pink, but I'm like, I need like a wearable pink. And this is wearable, but at the same time, it has like that pretty pink shade to it where you can, it still makes a statement. It's still like a really pretty spring pink color. And I almost wore it tonight, but I wore this shade instead, and this one is called Polly, and this is the one I have on my lips right now. I haven't worn it for a while. It's just so gorgeous. It's like a purpley pink shade. And again, the formula is amazing. It's super smooth on the lips, and I don't know why I have a piece of hair. And again, it's really gorgeous. And the formula just glides on. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't look bad on the lips. It has like a kind of like a reflectiveness to it. Isn't it so pretty? It's like not completely matte. I have to move closer. I'm too far away from the camera. Okay. And I wanted to show off what I was wearing. I'm wearing like this really cute Betsy Johnson dress because I went out with my friend tonight. And I really wanted to wear a dress because I haven't really been able to get cute for a couple of days. So yeah. And then the last two shades are both like pale pink shades, but they're both very different. This one is called Marshmallow, and this one is a kind of a very, very pale pink, but it's so pretty on the lips. I gotta wear this soon. But I've been trying to work through more of like my lipsticks rather than my liquid lipsticks right now. Like when I go to work, I like wearing a lipstick, and then when I go out, I wear a regular lipstick. So this one is Marshmallow, again, very pale nude pink shade. Really gorgeous on the lips though, and a gloss looks really pretty over it. And then this one is Prairie. People say that these two are very similar, but Prairie has a lot more pink in it. And this one was also part of the collection with Saddle and Rustic, which is the like Prairie collection, like grungy Prairie collection. So this one is called Prairie. And it's such a gorgeous pink. It's such a pretty shade. So yeah, those are all my favorites from Lime Crime this year. Now let's jump into some of the ColourPop shades that I want to talk about. So my other favorite formula that I tried this year, I don't know why I didn't mention these like way earlier, but this is a newer formula that ColourPop came out with around like probably like July. Oh. Okay. Now we can finally talk normally because my necklace is fixed. That was driving me freaking nuts. I just think this necklace looked really pretty with what I was wearing, so I had never really wear this necklace all that much because I can't deal with it like tangling all the time. So I think we're good now. So now we can talk. So yeah, the ColourPop formula that I really loved this year, pretty much a no-brainer. I think everybody's going to know what I'm talking about, and that's the ColourPop Ultra Satins. And these are the shades that I really did love after I tried them. These are amazing. They feel like they're not the least drying thing in the universe. I feel like I say the same thing about lipsticks though. Like what else am I supposed to say besides they're amazing, they're beautiful, they're comfortable. Like what else am I supposed to say? Like I'm just trying to say my honest feelings. Also, I'm so freaking tired. Tomorrow's going to be the first night, the first day that I can sleep in, and I'm so excited. I've been up at like 8 every day. So I just wanted to film this and get it up for you guys before the week was over. I was gonna wait to film tomorrow, like before I went out with my boyfriend, but I'm like, no, I gotta film it tonight. So these are the favorites that I fell in love with. I probably mentioned these two as my all-time favorite nude lipsticks, but I'm gonna mention them again because these were my all-time favorites this year. And that is Magic Wand and Echo Park. These nudes are amazing. I wore the crap out of these two. I wore these so much, and I still wear them like as much as possible because I really do love them, and I just think they're so pretty because they go on nice and smoothly, and you kind of don't have to worry too much about eating in these because they stay on really nicely on the lips. So that one is Magic Wand, and that one is Echo Park. Magic Wand is more of like a typical everyday nude, and Echo Park is a little bit more warmer. Just, for some reason, the nudes in the Ultra Satins are so good, but I don't really love the nudes in the Ultra Mattes. I like Trap a lot more than Midi and Platform. But in the Ultra Satins, they did an amazing job on them. And then for the like more colorful shades, I really loved these two as well, and this one's Dopey, and this one is Spritz. I wore Dopey a lot this year too. It's just such a pretty shade, and it's like their most popular shade, and then Spritz was unfortunately a discontinued shade, but it was like my favorite pink shade from them. And then they discontinued it. I was like, what are they doing? I'm like, it's so beautiful. It's like such a pretty, like, natural pink shade. It's that shade right there. Like, look how gorgeous that is. And then Dopey is a really pretty, like, mauve color, like a mauve pink. It's like a medium purpley pink shade. It's really pretty right here. And this one was the most popular shade for a while. It was sold out for a while too, and it's really gorgeous. And then the last three are ones that I tried more later in the year. This one, Point Zero, is my favorite from the Kathleen Lights collection because she did 3 lippies with ColourPop. And this is the one that I loved the most out of the 3, and I probably wore this one the most because I just thought that the formula of this one was much better than the pinker shades. And it's just, I think this was my favorite gray lipstick that I tried this year. I have Cashmere and I have Stone from MAC, but this was definitely the newest one I tried. And it's right here. It's just a really gorgeous, like, undertone. It's just such a unique gray shade. It's like a brownie gray. It's kind of like Stone from MAC in, like, liquid lipstick form. Sorry, I keep dropping everything in this video. Let's, like, get it together. And then these 2 shades are the most recent shades I picked up. I literally have only worn this one once, but it's so gorgeous that I had to mention it. Okay, first of all, Little Stitches. This is like their most popular shade for the nudes, and girl, this is so pretty. It's the perfect dusty rose shade. It's right here. It's just a really gorgeous, like, purpley, pinky shade. It's like a pale purpley pink. It's amazing on the lips. And then this one is called Molly. I wish I would have worn this today because I feel like it goes with what I was wearing. But I feel like I'm going to wear this shade a lot more in the spring and summer because I think it's a really gorgeous spring shade. And that's this shade right here. It's like a lilac orchid shade. Really gorgeous. It's like a muted version of Lime Crime's Utopia. So I loved that one. And then the last liquid lipstick formula I'm going to mention that I actually just recently fell in love with more this past year because I wasn't sure if I absolutely loved these until the past month or two. And then I feel like I was wearing these a lot more often. And then I, like, kind of fell in love with the formula. I'm like, okay, these are actually really, really good. And I wanted to mention the Ofra Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. Don't get me wrong. They're not, like, I would say they're in my top 5 or 6. But they don't beat my Lime Crime, my Makeup Monsters, my ColourPop, my Stila, and my Kat Von D, and my Too Faced. So they're probably, like, number 7. But that's not like an ultimate favorite, but it is best in beauty for me because I think that the formula is really good because the formula is very comfortable on the lips and they feel like you're wearing a lipstick rather than a liquid lipstick, if you get what I mean. They're not drying at all. They're very hydrating on the lips and they kind of look like you're wearing a lipstick. Like, it looks like I'm wearing like a matte lipstick, MAC lipstick when I wear these because they're not as matte as most liquid lipsticks. They kind of have a beautiful shine to them. And they're super comfortable. And the only downfall of them, though, is that they don't last forever through eating. And they kind of transfer a little bit to, like, your outer corners and stuff. And, like, kind of here, which is a little bit annoying. But it's nothing I can't handle with concealer. But that's why I really liked them because they're super smooth on the lips. And they look so good on the lips. Like, they don't wrinkle your lips or anything like that. So they don't look drying or anything like that. So this one is called Aries. I think that the formula was very moussey and creamy, so I really, really like them. They kind of remind me of like the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. So this one is Charmed right here. Not Charmed, Aries. I always say that. It's like a really beautiful peachy pale pink. Peachy nude shade. Then this shade is the pink shade. I'm like looking at the pink shade as I'm saying pink. This one is called Charmed, and this one's my favorite out of the 3 because I just think it's the best formula-wise. It's a really pretty pink. And then this one is called Hypno. which is a gorgeous red. So I did mention Saint and Hypno as like my favorite reds this year. Don't get me wrong, I still live in Makeup Monsters Redwood. But these were definitely the other two reds I really have been loving this past fall. And it's again, it's very similar to makeup to Lime Crime's Saint, but it's a little bit more red. So I wore this recently, like a couple of times, for a few different occasions, and I think that it was really pretty on the lips. So yeah, those are those. And then, because the Line Crime and the Color Pop aren't for everyone because they can feel kind of drying. And honestly, I think the Ultra ones are probably less drying than the Ultra Satins. I still love the Ultra Satins, but I just feel like the Ultra ones are like a little bit more moussey. And then I almost forgot to mention these. I'm like, wait, I got these like more towards the beginning of the year, and I really loved the formula of these. I mean, I love the formula of these in general, but I just really like that these were chocolate lipsticks. So these are the Too Faced Melted Chocolate Lipsticks, and these are in the shades Melted Chocolate Milkshake and Melted Chocolate Honey. They smell like a chocolate milkshake on your lips. And you feel like you ate a chocolate milkshake because the smell is very overwhelming. So it can make you feel a little bit sick if you're kind of sensitive to like smells in products. But they look so pretty on the lips, and I love the formula of the melted lipsticks because they have a super smooth formula, and they just melt onto your lips. Like they're just, I don't know what Too Faced does with these, but they're like crack. So this one is Milkshake. They literally feel like melted lipsticks. I can't even say it any other way. They feel so comfortable on the lips. And they're not really supposed to be like a matte lipstick. They do claim to be long wearing though, which I don't really think they are. They last a really nice amount of time on your lips though. But they literally feel like I'm swatching a chocolate milkshake right now. It's crazy. And then this one is Melted Honey. Look how I made some big ass swatches there, but they're so comfortable on the lips. And yeah, Too Faced slayed the game with lip products this year. So I had like 3 different lip products to mention from them. And then I'm just going to mention some more lipsticks, and then we're just going to get into lip liners and lip glosses. So the first, I'm just going to mention all lipstick formulas now because I pretty much went through all of my liquid lipsticks. So I really wanted to give a shout out to the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipsticks. As you guys know, Bite Beauty completely revamped their lipsticks and came out with just the Amuse Bouche lipsticks. So I have the shades Sugarcane and Meringue. They did discontinue a couple of shades, and I think they brought them back in this, and some shades they brought back in this formula. These are expensive. These are probably the most expensive lipsticks that I'm going to mention, but I think that probably Bite Beauty. Actually, I have 3. Sorry, I forgot I have one more. This is Honeycomb. These are all made by food grade products, so you can literally eat your lipsticks. And I just think that that's why that these are so worth it, and why I pay the price for these is because they're all natural, and you can count on the ingredients in these. So I feel like why they charge so much is because of the way that they're made. They're made from food, and food is expensive, especially fruit. So yeah, so that's why I can justify the price of these. So the first shade is called Honeycomb Girl. This shade is Gorgina. I also love the lip gloss in Honey as well. They have a different scent than what the original lipsticks from Bite Beauty had from the Luminous Cream ones. These ones have more of like a citrusy scent. It's just a really gorgeous nude shade, and I have used this one quite a bit. I'm just going to swatch them all first. This one is Meringue, which is a really pretty like a orangey nude. Not a tangerine. Oh, so pretty. I love these. I really do. I wore a bite of these two so much, Meringue and Sugarcane. I can't wait to wear Sugarcane again. Why am I like not able to talk right now? It's been a long week, guys. And then Sugarcane. So we have Honeycomb, Meringue, and Sugarcane right there. See, they're not like too shiny, like not as shiny. They kind of remind me of the Vice ones actually. They might be actually a little bit more shiny. So Very comfortable on the lips, very hydrating. Love the Bite Beauty lipsticks. Huge fan of them. Can't ever get enough of them. They're so good. All right, let me just try and wipe off some of these lip swatches. So give me a sec. Okay, and then the last two that I have, like, single-wise, and then I'm going to mention my favorite MAC lipsticks. The first one is the Kat Von D Aesthetic Kiss lipstick in the shade Lovecraft. I really, really, really love the formula of her matte lipsticks. But for some reason, some of the shades aren't good. Like, they're very drying and very chunky, but the darker shades are phenomenal. Like, this matte formula is amazing. Like, her lipsticks are super matte, but super pigmented and super comfortable. They feel like no other matte lipstick you're ever going to try. And as soon as I tried the shade, I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. I'm like, what am I putting on my lips? Like crack? Like, she makes amazing lipsticks. And this color is so gorgeous. I just wore this like a couple days ago, and I love how it looks on the lips. It's just so beautiful. It's a really pretty, like, cool toned pink shade. Every time I swatch these, I want to, like, throw them on my lips. Like, any of these lipsticks this year. I really want to wear this, like, at some point. This one is the Lime Crime Unicorn Lipstick in the shade Eraser. This was the only new Lime Crime lipstick that I tried this past year. I know, crazy, but I already had 5, so I only picked up this one during, like, a sale, and I think it was on sale for, like, $8, because they claimed that they were going to be discontinuing their lipsticks, and I was like, what? I'm like, why would they discontinue the unicorn lipsticks? And I feel like so many people were so upset, because they're bomb. These lipsticks are my favorites, besides my MAC lipsticks, but I really wanted to just mention one shade, because I did mention quite a few last year. So this one is called Eraser. And this one is a really gorgeous, like, peachy color. It's like a peachy pink. And look how, like, it's just, they're so smooth, so nice on the lips. Love the Lime Crime Unicorn lipsticks. They're so good. And Dan, I just have one from NARS, which is the NARS lip cover in the shade Get Dirty. I did get this around August, because I remember, like, the first time I wore it was, like, during, like, the US Open, like, all day. Guys, these lip covers are so amazing. They're, like, so hydrating on the lips, and they feel so good. They're not exactly a liquid lipstick, and they're not a lip gloss. They're kind of a hybrid. I thought that the lip glides were going to be, like, kind of the same as these. Like, I thought that they were going to be, like, just the same formula released in more shades. Like, these were released first around the summertime in, like, 3 different shades, and then they released the Velvet Lip Glides. But then people were saying that they liked these more than the lip glides, because I think the lip glides are more of, like, a glossy formula, and these are more of, like, a pigmented gloss, kind of. Because literally, I heard somebody say this, and it's literally exactly what I thought. These are the NARS Audacious Lipsticks in liquid lipstick form. In liquid lipstick form, I couldn't even talk. If that makes sense, they're the most similar thing I can compare them to are the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lips. Because they're a liquid lipstick, but they're not a liquid lipstick. You get what I mean? Like, they're not a matte liquid lipstick. So this one is Get Dirty right here. See how it has, like, a shiny formula? And it just feels like a lip oil, kind of, but it's not a lip oil. It's just a very unique product. This is the gloss. And I think that NARS needs to bring these back, because I really wanted all the shades, but they're like $30, man. So I only picked up one, and it's amazing. I definitely love this. And then I just want to get into a couple of MAC lipsticks that I tried this year. I actually have quite a few, because I tried out a lot of new MAC lipsticks this year, so I really wanted to mention the ones that were my favorites. Okay, so these are the ones that I'm going to talk about. So first off, the first one that I have to mention that was probably my all-time favorite this year was MAC's Blankety. This one is an amplified finish. I don't know how I didn't own this lipstick before, like, this year, but look how much I've used of this. That's some love. Like, it's like a nude. It's a very nude lipstick, but it has like that amplified finish to it, so it doesn't make it look like concealer lips like Mac Smith or something like that. I've never owned that shade. I just think that this is a gorgeous nude shade. I almost wore it like yesterday, but then I wore a different MAC lipstick. It's just so pretty. It's so pretty. Look at that. It's just so nice and smoothing and comfortable on the lips. So I really wish I would have picked up more of the amplified finishes, but this is the only amplified finish one that I have, and I really love it. So I love that. And I also fell in love with the cream sheen formula this year, so I kind of wanted to mention those first before I go into my favorite matte lipsticks, because you guys know I love the matte lipsticks like a lot. So these are the 3 cream sheen formula ones that I wanted to mention. My all-time favorite one this year was MAC's Pillow Talk. I know a lot of people talked about Among the Fireflies, but this one was my favorite. I love Among the Fireflies, but this one, Pillow Talk, it is so pretty. Like, it's such a gorgeous nude. And these were both part of the Fairy Whispers collection, and that was like the only collection I was really interested in from MAC, because I just thought that these cream sheen lipsticks were so pretty. It's just a really gorgeous nude shade. I feel like the cream sheens are very similar to the amplified finishes, but they have more of like a metallic looking look to them, but they're not metallic. You know what I mean? And then Among the Fireflies, which I just mentioned, this one is so unique. Like, if you didn't get this, you really should have. It's like a brown shade, but it's not brown. It has like a purple reflectiveness to it. It's gorgeous. It is so freaking gorgeous on the lips. So that one is Among the Fireflies. Isn't that so pretty? And then that one was also part of the Fairy Whispers collection, and then Cream Cup, which I never owned either, and everybody talks about this lipstick. I fell in love with this one. I do not like Creme de Nude, though. I wish I could have returned that. I really hate it, actually. But Cream Cup is beautiful. But I notice with this and Creme de Nude, when I wear them, I have to wear them over a lip liner because I feel that it's not pigmented enough when I wear it without one. But when I wear it with one, it's really gorgeous. That one is Cream Cup. You guys know what it looks like. It's a gorgeous pink shade, like gorgeous. And then the matte shades I had to mention. There are 3 reds here that I really fell in love with. But I just wanted to mention one of the nudes. This was definitely my favorite nude from them this year with the matte formulas, because you guys know I love Velvet Teddy and Honey Love, but Kinda Sexy was definitely my other go-to nude this year. I just wore it yesterday, actually, and for like a court date, but still, it's such a gorgeous peachy pink shade. I love peachy colors like this, and that's what it looks like. Look how smooth MAC lipsticks swatch. Like, they're not too matte, but they're so smooth looking. That's why I love the MAC lips. That's how they apply to the lips. And then Sin and... Hold on. First, I have to mention this one. This one is the Retro Matte in the shade Ruby Woo. I don't know how I lived without this lipstick before. I don't know how. I really, really don't. I'm like, what was I doing with my life? I really have no clue. This is the most phenomenal red lipstick I've ever tried in my life. This is my top favorite regular red lipstick in my entire life. I need more of the Retro Mattes because they don't go anywhere. I've never had a lipstick, like a red lipstick, that doesn't go anywhere, doesn't budge. That's not a liquid lipstick. So, this is what it looks like. It's just a gorgeous bright red. And then Sin and Diva, which are regular mattes. Oh my god, they're so beautiful. These, again, MAC lipsticks, you do not have to worry about them bleeding anywhere or like even coming off on a drink. Like, they are like bulletproof. They are so good. And every time I wear this out, I always get compliments on it, and they're always like, "Oh, it's a MAC lipstick?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, MAC makes the best lipsticks. So this one is just swatching them, like feeling them when you swatch them, they're fucking amazing. So that one is Diva right here. Sorry, flipping amazing. That one is Diva right here. And then the other one is Sin. And pretty much these are pretty much the same exact lipstick. I'm not even going to really lie about it because they're so similar when you actually swatch them. Like, Sin is a little bit darker, but pretty much I could have not had, I didn't really have to have both. Like, I could have gotten Dark Side instead of Sin, but I heard so much about this lipstick. I was like, I need it, and it looks so pretty. I saw it on, like, one of my mom's coworkers one time. I'm like, oh my God, what are you wearing? But then I didn't remember to get it until, like, 2 or 3 months later, and I was like, oh my God, why haven't I gotten this lipstick yet? Because for some reason in the store they looked different to me, but when I brought it home I was like, it doesn't really look that different. So you know how it always looks different in the store, really it's really not. And then the last one is called Taupe. I really want to wear this one more often because it's such a gorgeous like brown. This is one of the mattes as well. So pretty. It's like a medium brown shade, so it's not like too brown, so it's not like, you know, chocolate lips. And it's gorgeous. So now I just want to get into the last lipstick, and then we'll get into lip liners and glosses. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Lolita 2. I got this in the mini duo, and this was the only new Kat Von D lipstick that I tried this year. And this one is just a gorgeous orangey shade. I really fell in love with like orangey shades this year. I feel like that was like the color of the year for me. Because it's just such a wearable shade that I feel like really brightens up your lips. So really loved that one. And you guys know I love the Kat Von D formula anyway. And now we're going to move on to my favorite lip glosses of all time. I know I said this last year about the Urban Decay Revolutionary lip glosses, but these kind of took their place. And I'm talking about the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lips. These are literally my all-time favorite lip glosses now. I don't know what it is about these, but they're just so beautiful over lipsticks, and they're so beautiful on their own. They're so creamy. They're not sticky at all. And probably if I wore the Urban Decay ones more, I would feel the same way. But these are pigmented without being overly pigmented, and that's the difference between the Urban Decay and these. I still love those, don't get me wrong, but these are perfection. I don't know like where these were all my life. I mean, I bought them as soon as they came out. I was so excited when ColourPop was doing lip glosses. I was probably the most excited for these rather than the Ultra Satin Lips. I'm just going to swatch all of them first. So that first one was called Fairy Floss. Then this one is called Tight Fit, which the metallics are phenomenal. This one is called My Jam. They just feel so creamy and nice when you swatch them. And then this one is called Bestie. And they're all different finishes. Fairy Floss is like and I did swatch these all in a video if you want to check it out, is a sheer finish. The other two are metallics, and then Bestie is a cream finish. Oh my God. So these are the 4 shades. I just don't want my lipsticks to fall over. So this one is Fairy Floss. This one is Tight Fit. This one is My Jam. And this one is Bestie. The metallics are so gorgeous over lipsticks. And definitely my favorite one this year was Tight Fit. It's just such a gorgeous nude gloss, but it has so much glitter in it. It's just so gorgeous. I love it so much. So yeah, those were literally they're not sticky at all. They're so comfortable to wear, and that's why they just knocked all my other lip glosses out of the park. But this was my other favorite formula for glosses, and this is the NARS lip gloss in the shade Chelsea Girls. But girl, you like gotta worry about breaking the bank every single time you buy a NARS product. Like, they are expensive, but NARS kicks ass with anything. So I love all the NARS products that I have, and this is no exception. It is so gorgeous, and like everybody's going apeshit when this came out. And this one is a gorgeous pale pink shade. And they're also super comfortable on the lips. They are not sticky at all. But if you're going for a more affordable option, I would suggest the ColourPop ones because the NARS ones are very expensive. They're like $28. So I would go for the $6 ColourPop ones. I just can't justify the money on lip glosses. I'd much rather spend it on a lipstick. And then the last things that I just wanted to mention are a couple of lip liners. You guys know I fell in love with the MAC lip liners this year, so I just wanted to mention these three. My all-time favorite lip liner this year was Subculture. For some reason, I can't find Soar right now. It's not in my bathroom, so it's probably in one of my purses or something. But yeah, I love the MAC lip liners. They're so good. It's probably not even going to swatch because I have to sharpen it, but it is such a gorgeous go-to nude shade. Then Strip Down, which is a really pretty, like darker nude shade right there. Really pretty. And then the last one is Dervish. I have Soar, but I don't know where it is. And this one is a really pretty, like, pink shade, which is right underneath that one. And yeah, this was actually the first year that I ever tried MAC lip liners, and I was like, oh my god, I love them. You guys know I love the ColourPop ones, but these were the newest ones that I tried this year, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned a lot of them last year. And then the last lip liner I wanted to mention was the Makeup Forever Aqua lip liner in the shade 1C. I swear, if I only had 3 different kinds of lip liners, it would be the MAC, the Urban Decay, and these, because these are amazing. I wish I had more of these, but again, I don't justify the money on lip liners or lip glosses. I just think that since I can just get the ColourPop ones, they're like so much less expensive. But this is amazing. I wore this so much this year. It is so pretty with like any of my peachy colors. And yeah, that's it, guys. We are done with Best in Beauty. Let me know if you guys want to see a skincare video, but I'm thinking about just doing an updated day and nighttime skincare video because I haven't done one in like a year. So I figured if I do it yearly, then you guys know what I'm using, because I feel like if I do it once a year, you'll see if I update my skincare or not. So I think I only have to do that. I don't really have to dedicate a full video to it. You guys basically know I love Lush products. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Best in Beauty series. And yeah, so please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at CBW819, and my Twitter is PokerFace819, and my Snapchat is PokerFace819. And thanks, guys. Bye. And please have a great new year. And hopefully this will be another amazing year for cosmetics. Last year was such a great year. Like, so many good products came out. I can't believe how much I had to talk about with Best in Beauty. So yeah, bye guys. Mwah.